welcome to part 3 of If Jose Was a Blue and Pep Was a Red. We are going to do seasons 3 and seasons 4 today. And then after that, for the final episode, we're then going to jump ahead to season 5, season 8, and if even it gets that far, maybe season 10, and just do a recap of everything, see where everyone is. One thing that I have missed off, it's not a biggie, but Jose loves a community shield. So I just thought I'd take a look. So Chelsea won it in 2017-18, and that would have been against Arsenal. Man United then picked it up in 2018-19, so that's another little trophy for Pep. And then Liverpool have beaten Manchester City on pens at the start of this season. We are going to dive straight in. There you can see Manchester United. My prediction, I did say that I just fancied Pep Guardiola with the signing with Dybala. I just thought that might have been the clincher. Dybala's picked up average ratings. 8 is there. He's not on the assists though. But they've done it by a point. Is Pep still in charge though? Yes, he is. Club captain Nabil Fekir. And it's a tight one. A very tight one. Arsenal pimped him in third. Who's their manager? Jorge Jesus. And Jose still in charge of City. So that's Pep's first league title. We'll leave the Champions League till last. We'll have a little look at the FA Cup. Arsenal are the winners. They've beaten Wolves in the final. How did the red and blue side of Manchester do? Man City out in the semis. United out in penalties to Wolves. Going to the Carabao. Man United have picked it up, so Pep's done at least a double, beating Manchester City as well. Few little players, so not both teams at 100%. Who's this Illich? A youngster, obviously playing Matty Ryan in goal. A Dennis man, so these are youngsters that Man United bought in the first season. I think they shoved him out to Burnley or something. Yeah, they did. There's one we might look at in saves that we do for the future. But they've managed to pick up a win. And here we go. The big one. Juve. And they've beaten Manchester City. Poor old Jose. Ederson's had a stinker look in the final. De Bruyne sent off in extra time. Straight red card. And they've pipped it. 76-minute equaliser from Gerard Moreno. And then Douglas Costa getting the win. Winning goal in the 94th minute. Patrick Roberts is getting a run out. So let's have a look at the squads. Man United obviously have had a great season, picking up a cheeky double. Did they strengthen in January? So you remember they did spend a lot of money. No more transfers. No more transfers. What about City? No, they didn't. They've stayed with what they had. That's not too bad. Let's see though. So they were pretty much relying on Kevin De Bruyne. So overall this season, Kevin De Bruyne again has got himself 21 assists. Not bad. Leroy Sané 20 goals. A lot better from him. Great return. He's had a decent, to be fair, that he's put 3 assists, but he's helped himself in all competitions. 20 goals. Who else impressed? Bernardo Silva, that's 17 goals, 16 assists. I didn't realise he was that young. 25 in season 3. Very decent. How did Raheem do? Is he anywhere? There again, round the same numbers. He's helped himself to 7 goals. A bit part player, look, his subs, but he's still valued at 56 million. Right, let's go to the champions. Oh, not them. Not Liverpool finishing 6th. Dybala, 22. So, yeah, decent. Look at that average rating, 7.75. Sanchez, Fekir, Mata, Martins, Lukaku. Bit more of a bit player now. Looks like Dybala's taken over. So, if it does formation. Yes, we're doing a standard 4-2-3-1. Lukaku playing out right for that one. Maybe not a game he's been playing all the time. Look at the strength on the bench though. They've got Martial, Sanchez, Lindelof, Martin, Seri, Lingard, Fekir not even on the bench for the last game. Oh, that's one player that we missed. Sorry, Cavani. So he's not gonna get any better. 15-33. You know, it was a decent signing, but I think City have struggled. They need to do something big. So if you look at the last 2 years, they've just done four transfers, and then they've got a lot of players. You know, they lost Company, and then people like Silva, Aguero, Cavani's going to be obviously past his best. Raheem Sterling, I think Dries Mertens will be knocking on. You know, he's 33 as well, so they're going to need to do a little bit of rebuilding. Whereas United, I think they're in the prime position. So what we're going to do is we're going to speed it on to the start of the 4th season. Quick rundown of the players that they've got, and then we'll move it on to the end of the 4th season and see if Manchester City can claw it back. I think Pep is going to run away with it. If he's still there, I'm always slightly curious. Rafa Benitez is in charge of Spain at the moment, and his job, unless he's been sacked, his job is classed as insecure. It was when I first clicked on. He's still there. He's classed as insecure. So I'm just hoping that they don't plump for Pep. But we will see. Right, guys, we'll catch you in a bit. Right, guys, we are back. As you can see, completely different surroundings. I'm actually recording this the next night after. And I have actually moved downstairs. I keep waking my little boy up. So we've moved to a brand new office in Trequartista Towers. We are downstairs in the living room. So we're going to have a little look at the transfers. What they've done. We'll see how... We'll go with Man United first, the champions. We'll also see how they did... The league season just started, I think. Schedule. The league season's just started. They've absolutely smashed Arsenal in the start of the season in the Community Shield. So there's another little trophy for them. And they've started with a 2-1 win over Burnley. Let's have a little look at the transfers. So wins. Wow, £176 million spent. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. Rafael Guerreiro, quality left back in the game. 20, well, he wouldn't start 26, well, he start 22 on the game. You know, he's attacking fullback, you know, 15 corners, 15 crossing, dribbling's decent, composure, anticipation, decisions, a nice one. I suppose if you were Pep Guardiola, you would be picking up him. He spent a lot of money because he's got Carvajal in, look. Another one, not as good as attacking wise anyway, but tackling 15, great mentals and great physicals. So he's spent, and that can rise to up to 66 million as well. So he's basically spent over 100 million potentially on his fullbacks, pretty much like he has done in real life. Renato Sanchez, physicals also, mentals. He just has, because of his Swansea debacle, it's just brought his career down a little bit. I don't know what's going to happen with him in the summer in real life. Be interested to see what happens to him. If a big club will take a punt on him. Xander Clark, a bit of a bargain. If you didn't know, Xander Clark's a keeper that I always try and look at picking up as a championship kind of standard. I did look at him from Magdeburg game, but could not afford him. They were not interested. And then Aaron is a new one on me. Another left back. Once again, and the Guerreiro mould, maybe not as good, but they've spent £33.5 million on him. So I think, you know, if that for a backup is a lot of money. They have managed to sell 105 million now. Let's have a little look. Dean Henderson's gone 300,000, McTominay 1.2. But the big ones are Jean-Michel Seri. They got him on a free, I think. Yeah, they got him on a free. He only played 10 times. But he would have been a good squad player to keep. But they've decided to cash in. The big one, though, or the big two by the looks of it, Nabil Fekir has gone to the Champions League winners for 62.5. So they've actually taken a slight loss on him. He has improved so much on the game. Attacking midfielder, awesome, all across the board. He might be someone that I try and pick up actually in when I do a bigger team, because by the looks of it, he is absolute class. And then the other one they've got rid of is Paulo Oliveira, was a player that when they signed him, well, he's had 5 different clubs in 5 years. Look, it was a bit debatable. I didn't think that was a good signing by Pep, and it's proved they've actually made a bit of money on it. But he's gone to balance the books. Right, what have City done? Ooh, they've signed one of my favourite players at the moment, Milinkovic-Savic. How much did they pay for him? 74 million. I'm hoping that is what Man United go for in the summer. As a Man U fan, I'd love to see him at Man United in a 3-man midfield with Pogba and Matic. That would be class. They picked up the youngster Patrick Schick. Whew, yeah, good signing. Central striker, 16 dribbling, 16. He looks like he'll be the man that takes over from Sergio Aguero. I think you remember last year, their goals were split quite evenly across the board. So I think they were going to look like buying a striker, and they have done. And then Adrian Silva did awesome on FM16. He was class on FM16. Average with Leicester, but they've picked him up for 34.5. But he's 31. And then the Rush has, wonder kid. It'd be interesting to see how he develops over the next few years. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what you think. I would tend to go with Man United have probably got what they needed, and so have Manchester City. I think just if he hits the ground running, Schnick, and then Milinkovic-Savic link up, that could be the turning point. On the outs, though, they've managed to sell a fair few. Varane has gone for £18 million to Monaco. That's a strange one to let go. He has an average, but they haven't replaced him. Jack Harrison, youngster's gone out. Moreno, and I think that's it. Yeah, so they've made it all on Varane. So who are they actually playing? As centre halves? Stones and Laporte. So to be fair, they have got 2 absolute class centre halves. Schick is playing up front. How did Man United start? Bruno Fernandes. Sanchez has gone straight in. Where's Pogba? Pogba's injured. But that squad is still absolute class. Absolute class. So guys, I don't know. I think Man United are still going to do it because their squad is absolutely outstanding. But Jose, if that Schick can get up and running, they have kicked off. Oh, they both kicked off with wins. Look, if they can get that Schick firing and Milinkovic-Savic going, they might well get their title back. Okay, guys, we're going to speed it on to the end of the season, and let's see how Pep and Jose got on. Right, guys, we are back. So we're on the 11th of June. How are we going to do this? Let's dive in. Manchester City have taken the title back. So 3 out of 4 for Jose. Just when we thought Man United had the better signings and we're going to take control of the league, they have bounced back by winning the title once again. There he is, De Bruyne, head of the list of assists. Bernardo Silva getting on average ratings and player of the matches. So they've won by 5 points. Obviously, Jose's still there. They have done some business in the winter. They've obviously picked up another one, but look at this. Patrick Cotrona. They've spent 116 million on the youngster who hasn't really hit the ground running. If you look, he has got decent stats, and he's 23. That's a lot of money. It'd be interesting to see if he does pick up and turn into a superstar. Obviously, he's, for a striker, he's only 23. You should see him pick up. Having said that, he's not really featured much. He's had 12 games, 3 goals, most of sub as well. Interesting one, but it's the champions. Let's see how Schnick did. average again. He's not really featured. Does that mean, where is he? So they've still got Cavani, look. Let's just go on to the stats. So Bernardo Silva's actually scored the most goals. Then Savic, the new signing, has had a great season. 16 goals, 13 assists from centre midfield. That's quality. Cavani, subs, 5 goals, 5 starts, 14 appearances. Aguero? Please tell me, am I going blind? Am I going... Oh, he's in the under-23s. They've dropped him down. He's transfer listed, not needed. But fair, look at his stats. Just use him as a poacher or something like that. He'd still score your goals. Yeah, that's where he is. Okay, let's have a look at United. So Dybala again. Sanchez has had a great season. That's probably his best return, is it? I would have thought. 19 and 18, yeah. Yeah, he's had a good season there. Once again, 32. He's reaching his peak. Well, he's probably past his peak. Then physicals and that'll start going down. Lukaku's had a decent return. Pogba, the best season from Pogba. So Man United will find themselves maybe a little bit hard done by. Obviously they won the Community Shield, and we'll see how they did in the others. But you know they've had a decent season. What were the goals like? If we just go on stages, scored 82. You know, it's not. You know, if you think about it, Man City have scored. I think they're in the hundreds now. I think in the league with a couple of games to go in real life. So they haven't. You know, they haven't smashed their way through teams. FA Cup, Chelsea. So neither team. So there's only Man City that have actually picked up the FA Cup. Let's see how we got on. Man United lost at home to Chelsea in the 6th round. And Manchester City lost at home. The match was replayed. And had lost at home in the replay to Chelsea after extra time. The old Carabao. Jose loves this trophy. Chelsea, who's in charge of Chelsea? They're doing alright. Antonio Conte is still there, which I suppose is a bit surprising in real life because I don't think he'll be there next season. I remember Man United beat Chelsea in the Champions League as well, so they're obviously there and thereabouts. Let's do the big one. Oh, they've done it. Beating Chelsea again. So for the 2nd year in a row, Chelsea have lost out to Manchester City. So Jose Mourinho is getting the trophies done. He's really taken control now of this little challenge between the two. So he's got 3 Premier League titles, and he's got an FA Cup and now a Champions League to go along with it. A Bernardo Silva goal on 34 minutes was enough to clinch the game. So Chelsea, have they got Quincy Promes, Morata? They haven't done a great deal of transfers. I know their budget's never as big. So there we go, guys. We're going to finish now. What we'll do is next episode we've done 4 seasons, so we're going to do seasons 5, and then we're going to fast forward it all the way to season 8 and see if Pep and Jose are still there. If they are still there, we'll then go to 10 years, and then we'll finish on 10 years, and then we'll have a little recap and go through what they've won and total money spent. So really interesting. I thought Man United were going to start taking control again, but Jose's gone big with his spending, getting Cotrona in, Milinkovic Savic, getting him in and spending a lot of money. United need to respond. I don't know what they're going to do because attacking wise, maybe show up maybe the defence more than anything. What did they actually? Let's just go back to the Premier League. You know, they've let in 33, so it's not a bad return. So there's not a lot, but 84. You know, you'd if you'd want to win the league, I think you'd need to get more than 84 points. They've lost 6 games. You'd lose to big games: Tottenham, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Chelsea, and then West Ham at home. Man City losing, Tottenham, Liverpool, Bournemouth, West Ham, Palace. So there we go, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like in there. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see the rest of the experiment. And we've also got a season with Magdeburg, a series going, with Magdeburg, who are in the German 3rd division. a Fallen Giants series. And then at some point in May, we'll be starting our second series, which is a English only game with Chelsea. We're going to basically revitalise Chelsea using only English players. And that'll be a lot of fun. I'm only going to be given a season to get rid of every single player. After season 1, I can only play English players. So that'll be a lot of fun, a lot of wheeling and dealing. So please subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see that and get involved in that. Thanks guys, see you later.